Hi everyone, welcome back to the podcast. It is a Sunday morning and I hope you're feeling better after your parties and revelries from last night and you're recovering well. And I have Dana with me as always on these weekends to have a conversation with you. And Dana has something which has been bothering a lot of you and you've been chasing Dana about it. And believe it or not, it's still about IDFs.
Yes, sir.
I'm still surprised after so many videos and multiple platforms and multiple ways we have done this. And people still have a lot of confusion about this. So,
yeah, sir. Before into the IDFC topic, I have come with the market movements of this week, sir. Past video also we have made this. Again, the Indian stock market in a sharp rally with the both in benchmark indexes like Sensex and Nifty hit a fresh all-time high. Sensex up 1.77%, 83,116 last close was, and the Nifty 1.89% up, and then closed up to 25,433. So it also in a fresh high. What's your view about that, sir?
It's like talking about the weather. Today it was 23 degrees in the afternoon, then it became 28 degrees, sir. But according to the humidity index, you should have felt like it was 36 degrees, sir. If it's hot, it's hot.
Last 1 month, fresh high.
Hey.
We are very happy.
Yeah, there's funds coming into the market and we can't do anything about it. We have to wait and watch.
Yeah, sir.
The thing is, what you must realize, there are always pockets of value, like I've been telling you. And it's like walking into the vegetable mandi. Today, tomatoes might be expensive because supply was bad. Onions are expensive because supply was bad. Yeah, it has been raining. Coimbatore, some truck strike. Yeah, but then you find some local lady who's got kira garden in her backyard. She's got kuttu kira and she's selling the kira for very cheap. So you say, okay, today, Baba, we drink. Yeah, we take kira, make kira sambar and we have that for lunch. That's simple as that. Doesn't help us. How does it help you or help me or help them? Knowing this is going to fresh time, all-time high. Same way in reverse also doesn't help. Let's say it's an all-time low. How does it help? Doesn't help. You need to have money to buy, no?
Yes, we are happy. Our markets are
No, you won't be happy. You'll feel very angry. You know why you'll feel very angry? Let's say the market is going all-time low. Like, sir, my fate. If I just had 10 lakhs, sir, I will just go buy. Unfortunately, right at this moment, I'm too young and I haven't earned the money as yet. Couldn't have come 5 years later. I would have amassed that wealth to invest. A lot of us have these kind of notions and all of us have gone through it, don't worry.
Yeah.
When the COVID crash happened, a lot of people were thinking the same thing. When the financial crash happened in 2007, 2008, a lot of us were thinking. These kinds of thoughts are always there and plaguing human beings. Don't worry about it. All these fresh time high, I don't even know. That's why when you're telling me fresh time, I think, oh, was it so? Okay.
That news only I pick up. And the second one, sir, gold rate in America, all-time high also. Because of the expectation of interest rate cut by Fed, it around 2,562 per ounce. And the another thing is the reason that will not impact in India because of the import duty that was reduced in India. So that's why the impact is not reflect in the Indian market.
Well, the problem is the Fed interest rate, we do not know when it's going to happen. Yes, it's expected to happen. How much will happen, when it will happen, what stages it will happen, we do not know. So the market is moving in accordance to that, in expectation of that. Then the next is what you said about the Indian market. You can't say, but gold is not an investment class. I only want you to buy enough gold for your safety.
That emergency fund also.
Yeah. So you buy a little by little. And once you bought that 100 grams or 50 grams of gold, that's it. You don't need to buy any more. And you're not going to sell that gold. It was meant for an emergency. I'm not asking you to buy and sell gold in profit. Saying gold is going to go to 8,500 rupees by December. I will put all my money in buy 5 lakhs worth of gold and hope it goes to 8,500 and sell it. Boss, you'll be paying tax, capital gains on everything and GST on everything. And why would you want to do all that? My principle is you buy the 50 grams or 100 grams, whatever gram which you've said is your safety. Yeah. And you hold on to that. And the rest of the money which you have, look at buying stocks.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay, so don't fascination of gold should end at that point of time.
Okay.
I know people talk, gold will go. So if you have nothing else to buy, you only have 60 rupees, 5 rupees in your hand, okay, buy gold. That's the way I look at it. But now, last video we spoke about all the ETFs which are there, pharma ETF, bank ETF. Those are very cheap. So definitely you can also look at those. You don't always have to keep looking at gold.
You can watch that video also. I will put in the description. So right now we are going to enter in the video.
Yeah.
IDFC First Bank, sir. Many of them are very waiting for the arbitrage movement, and then they are still having the price ranges seeing around of 73 of the IDFC First Bank and 110 of IDFC. They are waiting.
I think what you should do is like this Excel sheet which I've created for you. Keep it like this. Okay, IDFC, 100 IDFC, not IDFC Bank, IDFC. 100 of those shares will change into, after merger, into 155 shares of IDFC Bank. IDFC is selling today at 111 rupees. IDFC Bank is selling at 73.52, right? So you can see how much arbitrage. So 111 into 100 would be 11,100. If you had to buy 155 shares of IDFC today at this price, it will cost you 11,395. So you'll save 295 rupees, around 2 to 3% you'll save. That is the arbitrage. This is all you're going to be saving. That's all. So now tomorrow, let's say IDFC Bank price doesn't change. Only IDFC is changing.
Okay.
So you can just enter the price, new price. Let's say it's gone down to 100, while this is still remaining the same. Then you save 1,395 rupees. It was like this when Anand was talking the first time.
Perfect example of arbitrage movement, sir.
Yeah. At that time when he was talking, it was like almost like this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Right before the conversion was mentioned, the merger was mentioned, it was trading like this. As soon as the merger started mentioning, IDFC Bank prices started going towards this. It slowly went here, then it went to here, then it's now sitting at here. Eventually it will go somewhere to here, then it will go here.
Arbitrage is finished.
Yes. Then it will go and settle somewhere like, it will evaporate.
Correct, sir. No arbitrage.
Yes. It will happen. This is what will finally happen. This is the same to Tata Motors DVR. So keep this in mind. The second doubt we will have is this.
Yes, that IDFC merger ratio.
Correct. So the ratio, if you divide one by the other, the ratio is 1.55. That is the ratio. So it doesn't matter how many IDFCs you have. So I've put it again in another column, IDFC. So this amount of shares which you have. Let's say you only have 20 shares. So 20 into 1.55 is 31. There's nothing left over. Okay. Now let's say it is 19.
Now it's left over.
Yeah. So you have 29 shares you'll get. 0.45 is there, right?
Yes,
0.45 will be multiplied into the price of IDFC Bank. IDFC First Bank, and you'll get 33 rupees in your account. Out of the 30 rupees, they'll catch tax and everything. So finally, you'll get a couple of rupees.
That's it.
And this 29 shares will come. So you can keep on changing it. Once you know whatever your number is, let's say you have 123 shares. You'll get 190 shares and 65.65 into whatever IDFC First Bank price is, that will come into your account. So you can put any number you want. Okay. So if you're planning to buy also, you already have 123 shares. You want to buy 5 more shares. You want to know, you can say, okay, 123 plus 5 is 128. You can put that and immediately you'll know. It's as simple as that. One Excel sheet you open, you enter the data and it tells. And now the critical question all of you have is, when?
When was the merger date?
When is it going to rain in December in Chennai? Tell me the date and the time.
No one can predict.
It will rain.
Confirm.
Sometime in month of December, one day it will rain, sir. It will rain during night or day. But when, how, what, I do not know. It will come from the sky. So same way, this will happen. It's been announced, it's been voted, it's been approved. So its paperwork is going on, approvals are going on. So all that crossing the T's and dotting the I's, as they say, is happening. Because in your mind, you're thinking it's just one sopu here, one chopu here, and I'm putting it together and making one idli. What is the big deal? But it's not as simple. There are assets, physical assets, there are account books, there are people working, payrolls, everything has to be combined. Yeah, so it takes time.
We are waiting for the 1 year long gap.
What have we got to lose? It's a good bank. Now, more than the arbitrage, what you should focus now if you're buying this, either one, is that you're investing into the bank. And if the bank is at correct price and at value buy, then it's something to consider. Other than that, fixating on this arbitrage time, I feel, is over. I don't think 2%, 3% is a great arbitrage to consider.
Yes, sir.
Unless you're going to put something in the range of 1 crore. If I'm putting 1 crore, let me put some fancy ass numbers here. So you can see, let's make it both 73. So now they have a 56% arbitrage.
Good arbitrage.
Yeah. So if you're dropping, the price drops, IDFC drops to 73 and IDFC Bank still says it's 73, we'll have. But market will not allow this.
Correct.
Because nobody is an idiot.
Correct.
Everybody will be able to see this. Me and you with little knowledge will be like, So you can imagine people with great knowledge, okay, who are looking at all these charts every second and every minute. They're all looking at it. That's why the arbitrage evaporates. As soon as it spreads more than 3%, people start buying it. And either this can also correct. We are only looking at this price going up and down. So if this price changes here also, 73 becomes, let's say, 80. 80. The arbitrage is
Arbitrage in minus.
Yeah, minus meaning you're paying more money.
Yes, sir.
See, actually, it's cheaper to buy the bank itself. When it goes minus, that means you're buying. It's cheaper to buy. So if IDFC price bank goes cheaper and cheaper, while IDFC stays at the same level, they're actually losing money. So you have to constantly now keep calculating. So that's a very painful thing to do.
Yes, sir.
And what's happened to a lot of people is they've bought maybe IDFC. Let's say IDFC Bank was at 72, and they've bought it at, let's say, 120. They bought because instead of buying Tiffin coffee, they saw the arbitrage and they went and put 1 lakh. And now the arbitrage is in minus
7.
So they're feeling the pain. That's why they're asking when. Tell me when. How should I sell it? Because the arbitrage keeps becoming negative like this for me because I've invested at 120. Okay, if you pull up the chart, you can see. Okay, if you see the 52-week high and low, it was at 137. So imagine if someone has bought it at 137, how much pain he's feeling. Because at 137, let's say it's 135, let's just say it, he is looking at a loss of 17% if the merger happens right now. So he's scared. Let's say from 72, it goes down to maybe 65. By the time the merger happens, his loss can be huge because he's locked into this price. So everyone wants to know, should I sell this now because I bought it at such an expensive price and take the loss? And that is a complicated calculation because you have to take this minus today's price at 11 and see the difference of the loss, but then have capital loss. Instead of capital gains, you have a capital loss. So you can file the capital loss and cut your tax burden down because you have made a loss. So it gets really complicated.
Very complicated.
So if you have bought it for the arbitrage, you can't take the pain. Like I said, 25% loss, sell it if you can't take it. But if you are of the nature like me or like my brother or Shashwat or even you now, you can say it doesn't matter. Okay. I'm getting IDFC Bank, and IDFC Bank in 10 years time will be at 2,000 rupees, 3,000 rupees. All this will be in the history.
Yes.
But you have to hold your nerves like this as you watch the price go like this. And it's hard, I get that. Okay. And people who bought it at 18 rupees, I know, because I am one of those people who bought it at 18 rupees.
Share us many of the secrets.
So that's what I'm trying to say. I have lost also. There have been companies which I bought who have disappeared.
That's not our fault, sir. This is the...
And there are companies where I didn't believe myself, where I only bought one share. I bought a share for 200 rupees. Now that company is trading at 4,000 rupees. I only bought one share. I didn't believe myself. Because like you, I was learning investing at the time. 2014, 2013 it was. I don't want to mention these company names because then everyone will be like, Sir has bought, so I'll also buy. So I bought like one share. And I went and checked in my account. I bought like it for 200, 300 rupees. Now it's trading at 4,000 rupees.
That will also happen in the scenario.
Yeah. And there are companies which I bought for 500 rupees, 600 rupees, which today are trading at 30, 40 rupees.
But also one scenario.
Correct. But both only about one share. But the mind will not look at the loss and be like, damn it, I should have bought more of that. How do I know? At that time, both were equal. That's why I bought one share of each. So many years later, one has become like this, the other has become. But the thing is, if I put 1 lakh, okay? Yeah. And I'd forgotten about it, the profit I would have made in this one would have outweighed the loss I made. So that's what Anand says. If you pick 10 stocks and out of those 10 stocks, 4 turn into multi-bagger, it will write off the loss you suffer in the other 6.
Yes, sir. I'm also looking at that. Out of 10, only 6 will be second.
Yeah. So we will talk about that kind of a calculation next week. Next Sunday, when people are sobering up in the morning, we will do an analysis like that. We'll take 10 companies. ABC will mention these company names, not put actual company names. Then people will get attached to them. And I'll show you, if you do that kind of a strategy, what happens in 10 years.
10 years and 20 years.
Yes. Taking lump sums and dumping it and seeing what happens. But the problem is, you need to have stomach of steel and heart of stone.
Like courage.
Yes. Because the reason why I know this is because it was in a demat account with a trading account where the company has gone fat. So that CDSL account is still mine. So I went and dug that CDSL and I went and logged on and checked and I found out I have 1 shares in this company. Then I went and checked what is the market price of these companies. Then I was like, oh wow.
Already we have buy.
Yeah, it wasn't like I was sitting and thinking, it's there and I forgot, I'll still watch it every day and not worry about it. It's just that I forgot about it. Like we buy, your mother will buy something, put it in the bank locker. Some gift someone has given some for your birthday, when you were born, and you put it in the family locker. Then when you're 18 years old, you'll go with your mother one day to the bank locker, she'll open. Then you'll be like, Mommy, what is this? Oh yeah, this gold cup. When you were born, your grandfather gave it. You'll be like, he gave this, sir. Why no one told me? Your mother like, no need, keep it back inside. When you get married, when you have a child, they'll give it to you. Be like, what's the point? So much of life is like that, okay? We'll talk about that in greater detail.
Last one, sir. I have come with the financials and the results of the IDFC. So this is the last point. IDFC First Bank and financial year 2025. Net interest income, sir, paid and earned difference was greater than 25%, and gross non-performing asset was declining 1.9%.
All good.
Yes, sir. And here the problem: net non-performing assets increased 0.51%
Happens.
year on year, and the deposits also increased 35% year on year, sir.
That's good news. If the only thing, like I said, the NPA, non-performing going up slightly, yes, but it happens.
That also was a reason I have been mentioned. And the deposits also increased 35% year on year. If we have the exact number, 2023, it was around 1,50,000 crore. Right now,
2 lakh.
2 lakh.
Superb.
And then net interest margin, it was declining 6.33% to 6.22%.
Okay.
And then the CEO, Vaidyanathan, he was told about, he was have the 3 reasons that why this company has been strong. Ability to raise the deposits, it was too
because
difficult.
every single bank is suffering. HDFC is suffering. That's why they're doing some jugad, taking their old loans and refurbishing the loans and selling it as bonds. So everyone's suffering. Yeah. So this is great to hear that he's able to retain deposit and not only retain it and grow it.
Yes, sir. We are strong in it. Clearly have the statement, we are strong in it on the raising deposits. And the CASA ratio also sustained in 46%. And the customer deposit is increasing 38%, sir. And he also mentioned that last point, we are focusing on the top quality services we are providing, like mobile app services they are providing, and then corporate governance also.
Well, being a customer of IDFC, and a shareholder of IDC, I can see both sides of it. As a customer, they have a lot of room for improvement. As a investor, I'm very happy with what the numbers are.
Yes, sir.
But as a customer of IDFC, boss, you have to improve a lot. They need to. Customer service, they have great people working for them. I'm not blaming them. But their IT services, they need to find a better IT part.
So that's why he was mentioning, we are focusing on that. And the corporate governance also, good customer relations also, we are maintaining.
Customer relationship is great. Service is excellent. Only problem is, I wish their IT services were better.
And the last point that you are mentioning, that net NPA decreases. For the reason he was claiming that the provision increases. For simply we can explain, because of the joint liability group portfolio that was created, and then that portfolio was not retained because of the flood in Tamil Nadu.
Yes.
So that's why they are not returning. And then IDFC also raised some amount of 3,200 crores of equity he was selling to the insurance company, and then he was raising that money. So that is the overall view, sir.
I think this is great. And this Tamil Nadu flood was a problem. Let's hope this year we don't have any floods. Let's pray. Because I don't think that. Yes, I don't think not many people this year can afford to have a flood. So let's be kind to those people who are in the vulnerable areas in Tamil Nadu. Let's pray that we don't have floods. Anyway, thanks, Sana. This is very interesting. I'm glad you're doing your homework so well. Yes, you're doing much better than I expected, even much better than me. So very soon you'll be able to do videos by yourself and you won't need me to cling on to you and play support for you. Great. So thanks for watching the videos, guys. And me and Dana will see you next weekend. Do have a wonderful week ahead. And anything else, Dana?
No, sir.
Okay. See you in the next one. And do like it, share it, and go follow Dana on Instagram and support him there and ask him your questions, because these questions are actually from your Instagram questions you've been chasing him on, and he's brought it to me. Thank you for watching the video, and we'll see you next weekend. Bye.
Thank you.